Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another week here with Kyle Custer and Jamie Sumner here at Sea Freedom Brew. And we have a couple of information items that we want to go over today. And first off are the new maps from the Philly Fed.
That's right. And this is a Coincident index. As we promised last week, we wanted to touch base on these. And the coincidence really isn't showing too much of a difference. The April release is now at a 0.77. Previous months were around the same. Again, we were looking at the oil or the shale states. You got Alaska, Louisiana, you got the Midwest, and Pennsylvania too. And these states are just not having that explosive or impressive growth that we'd like to see. However, another point of interest, and we keep an eye on this because they do update these numbers a lot. There's changes month to month, and the annual average is 2015 really was not a very strong year in terms of this index compared to 2014. Now, that's not to say 2014 was a great year, but we actually slowed down a bit in 2015. In 2016, I think we're going to probably be pretty close to where we're at in 2015.
That's right. And over time, what we've seen is this index kind of peak out and on a downward trend right now when you look at the United States overall.
So looking forward, we have the leading index, 6-month leading index, and normally it wouldn't have been that large of a change, but like I just said, these indexes created by the Philadelphia Fed, they update them a lot, and we saw a pretty significant drop in April. The 6-month index in this case dropped to 1.46. Now the February and March numbers were nowhere near that. They were nowhere near that 1.6 that's up here, 1.7. These were heavily revised numbers, and that's why we really keep an eye on this every month, because normally this would have looked like a pretty straight line, no big changes, but with these revisions, it's pretty significant. And even though the map looks pretty green, there's a little bit of red in it. It's not showing that strong growth. And also, we see again the 2014 and 15, a pretty significant drop, not slowdown per se, but not an impressive amount of growth.
Yeah. So one thing to keep an eye on as we look into the GDP numbers and the new release coming out in a couple of weeks, and then looking into the second quarter release here. We want to end on the note of unemployment. Unemployment report came out on Friday, kind of a weak unemployment report, and then on Monday we saw the LMCI come out. And if you recall, the LMCI is the Labor Market Conditions Index developed by the FOMC a couple years ago in order to make an index that's more comprehensive regarding the labor situation, other than just looking at the U3 unemployment rate. And we can see here with the May release, we come down here, and the May release came out at negative 4.8. So that's the lowest negative number that we've had in some time. So it really shows a pullback within side of that labor market. And we saw that in the jobs report. All of us have seen the many talking heads discussing this, but only 38,000 jobs created last month, the smallest amount in a very long time. And then with that, the unemployment rate actually dropped, though, to 4.7% from the 5% level before. And overall, that was due to a number of almost a little over 600,000 people leaving the job market there. So when we look at the all-encompassing U6 unemployment rate, it remained the same at 9.7%. So you saw a downward shift on the official unemployment rate, that U3, but the U6, which includes the discouraged workers and those working part-time but are looking for full-time positions, stay the same. So no real change in the total unemployment rate. So that's what we have here for you today. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.